And today we're talking about the action plan to generate basically 20K. Actually 25K. Let's 20, 25, doesn't matter what the number is. And what I want to do is kind of break it out in two different segments because we are on an online community. Let's start with the most important one, which is the virtual. So what I want to do is run through and give you the exact steps I would take if I was in your shoes today, if I was just starting out wholesaling. You got no money, you got very little experience, and you're just getting started and you want to get a deal. And guys, a lot of times 20K would change your life massively. So it's important that you don't just talk about the stuff and you actually do it. So what I'm going to do is take about 20 minutes, go through it, maybe 30. And then what I'm going to do is turn it over to you guys and answer your questions. You can ask me anything wholesaling related. Honestly, you can ask me anything, and let's just get some questions answered because I love wholesaling. I've been doing this 21 years, and I appreciate it. So I'm getting familiar with Discord. I'm getting better each time I go on here. So any type of help you guys can get. So I'll watch the comment sections. And then if you guys want to come on and you want to do like a mastermind, it's very similar how we do it in some of the other social medias. Just raise your hand, and we will bring you in. So let's first start with virtually. And that's, I got to be honest with you, I did not start out virtual wholesaling. So I'm a little bit older school, but I do a lot of business virtual. Actually, I do more business virtually than I do in my local market. And it's important you guys know it. Now, wholesaling is a national game. It is not just a small local market. The things that you have to understand, the fundamentals of how to be successful in wholesaling is you've got to understand this. There's some basic things that make a wholesale deal work. And if you don't hit on these things, 9 times out of 10, you do not have a deal. Number one, you have to be direct to the seller. There's no other way to do this. Do you understand that? I didn't say go through a realtor. I didn't say go through a family member. You have to be direct to the seller because that's how you get the truth and that's how you get the best deal. Number two, your deals need to be off market. If they're on market, you're competing with the rest of the world. And most likely whoever pays the most or bids the most is going to win it. You are not going to win in wholesaling trying to pay the most. I'm trying to teach you how to pay the least. It's very, very important you understand the difference between off market and on market. Let me give you a couple examples you don't understand. On market, MLS, a Zillow Fizbo, something on Craigslist, something very, very public. Off market, you got it from a government list. You got a tip that your neighbor's house is in some sort of pre-foreclosure stage. You know someone's getting a divorce. You know that somebody passed away and they're going to probate the house. These are examples of off-market properties, and the off-market properties are where a majority of my money's made. I let the idiots go fight with the on-market properties. I'm not saying you can't do a deal on an on-market property, but if you want big, big paychecks, off market, direct the seller. And the last one you've got to fully understand before I teach you the techniques. You ready? You have to find people that need to sell their house and avoid people that just want to sell their house. Huge difference. Once you understand the difference between people who need and want, you can now spend your attention hunting down and marketing to people that only that only need to sell their house. And if you understand that, it's super, super easy. If you don't understand that part, man, you just waste your time. It's so frustrating to deal with people that just want to sell their house. This is why we have realtors, guys. I am not a realtor. I'm the farthest thing you'll ever see from a realtor. And honestly, if you're spending time with a realtor as somebody sold you a course, especially a guru, I apologize up front to you. I guarantee most of you are going to struggle terribly with it because gurus mostly kind of sell you stuff that sounds super sexy, but most of it doesn't work. So I've been doing this 21 years and I'm here to tell you, direct the seller, off market, people that need to sell their house versus want to sell their house. That is it. So let's jump into this. And what I want to do is show you how to virtually attack any wholesale market. So if you want to get 20 to 25K, you have to do these steps. There's no in between. Now, if you just want to do one or two, hey, I'm not here to make you do anything. But if you want to hustle and bust your butt, We have people in this Discord doing deals on a weekly basis. You know why? Because they've learned the art of networking, which is number one. The art of networking, guys. People in the comments, like I see people like, I'm in Tacoma, I'm in Virginia, I'm in Vegas. It's hard to network if people don't know where you're from. And so whenever you come on a screen name, make sure you put your name on it. If you can put a phone number or your handle wherever you're at, either on Discord, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is, Facebook, because that's the best way to connect. People like to connect with people who hustle. So in this deal, like this week alone, we did 4 deals inside of Discord. I never thought it'd be possible, but like Zach, this is why I'm partners with my son. He finds ways to profit, and we share in the deals with everybody. And guys, the more people that hop on here, the more people that join, the more opportunity is, especially if you understand you're going to go all over the United States to find wholesale deals. So number one, you have to figure out how to network with people. Guys, if you haven't met, like there's people in here that I've known for a while because they're really good at networking. But if you haven't met people like Luca and Corey and all the Jasons I've met that are in this, they're great. You know why? Because all they want to do is help and move your deals. And you know what? I'd rather you make some money and partner up with others that know what they're doing in their market, as opposed to you just kind of doing it by yourself. So I got Washington, I got North Carolina. I mean, this is great. I'm a Florida guy. I'm big on the Southeast, but I do deals in Texas. I just did Virginia. I did Tennessee. I did North Carolina, and I did South Carolina, all in September. So I do virtual. I didn't start out virtual, but the first and foremost thing you have to understand is you have to learn how to network. This is a start when you jump on sites just like this. Honestly, Discord's probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen, because there's so many ways to interact, and you guys can break it down if you want to do creative financing, if you just want to do vacant lands, if you want to learn more about xleads.com. There's so many ways so you can actually narrow down your focus and find out what works the best. Guys, it's the power of networking, and it's what you want to do. The next thing you need to do when you're doing it virtually is, a lot of you go, well, maybe I shouldn't do government lists if I do it virtually. Bull. Guys, government lists rock. Why? Think about it. They are people that need to sell their house. My favorite government list, I will tell you right off the bat. Honestly, my 3 favorite off the bat, there's actually, all of them are my favorite. Number 1, hands down, probates. I just had somebody do a probate in, I believe, I want to say it was Portland, Oregon. Not the easiest market in the world. Never done a deal before in their life. Found a deal, put it together. You ready for this? She has 3 young children and made $76,000 in 3.5 weeks wholesaling. Why? She found a probate. She also went out and found ugly houses, which we'll go over on that too. But I'm just telling you guys, these government lists are amazing. Now, everyone's like, Rick, what's your favorite? I'll do it in order. Number 1, probates, hands down. Probates basically when somebody passes away. It is the process of the courts wrapping up people's final affairs. When people title houses, cars, bank accounts, stocks, RVs, boats, you can't transfer the title without, obviously that person can't sign it. So the court enters into a probate and they read the last will and testament. If not, they battle it out in court, and then a judge signs off on it and they distribute the assets accordingly. Guys, there's a lot of properties that are run down. Grandma's house that passed away. Guys, I'm in it in Florida. This is God's waiting room. I buy more probates in Florida than any other state because we have a lot of elderly people here. But if you have that in your market, every county, listen to me, every county has a large register of probates. And all you have to do is, I know what you're going to say, well, Rick, it sounds so complicated. It's not. Number 1, go to freewholesaling.com so you can learn the fundamentals of how to do it. Number 2, all you have to locate very clearly is the PR. This is the personal representative. That's it. That's the person who's in charge of the probate. And once they are appointed the PR, personal representative or executor, depending what state they're in, check this out. They have the legal authority to do whatever they want with the house. So if you enter in a purchase and sale agreement with them, it's just like doing business with the deceased party. Now, why would somebody want to sell it? A lot of the houses are run down. They don't want to pay the mortgage. They don't want to pay the property tax. They don't want to pay the insurance. They don't want to cut the lawn. They don't want to have snow shoveled, and the house needs tons of repairs. This is why probates hands down get you the best deals. Most people are scared to death of them, and I'm telling you, you don't have to know much about them. You just have to find the PRs for the probates for the deceased person. Look up and see if they own a property in the county that you're doing business with, and then you just got to reach out. So Rick, how do I reach out to them? It's real simple. Just cold call them. All you have to do is skip trace them. Guys, if you don't have any money, skip trace them for free. Just do a Google search, cyberbackgroundscheck.com, truepeoplesearch.com, or go to XLeads and just do a skip trace in there, and the phone number's right there, and it's 7 cents. Nobody has an excuse for not looking up these people. Don't text them. Very, very, very bad idea. You do not want to text them. So probates, hands down, is my absolute favorite one to do. The next one I like to do is I love tax delinquencies. People don't choose not to pay their property tax. They just can't afford it. Life happens. Things get rough. I love tax delinquencies. The problem with tax delinquencies, they don't touch their mail, and they are very hard to get a hold on the phone. My best success rate with tax delinquencies, believe it or not, is SMS text messaging. And I love text messaging because it's very fast. It works well. Yes, it's a pain in the ass to get your message delivered. Make sure you use the right carrier. We like to use Launch Control, but if you want to learn more how to do it, go to freewholesaling.com. The next one by far are pre-foreclosures. Hands down. It goes without saying, this is before the house is foreclosed on. That's why they call it pre. And these are simply people that got behind in their mortgage, period. And once they get 2 or 3 months behind, they get a legal notice that says, if you don't take immediate action, we are going to foreclose on your house, take you to court, and basically kick you out of your house and take your house. Now, some people have like very little equity in the house. Some people have a ton of equity. I started out doing pre-foreclosures, knocking door by door. But since you can do this nationally, you can get these leads almost anywhere, guys. They are free at most court systems. It is a public lawsuit, so it will be available in there. When you go, if you're going to call your local courthouse, just ask for a list of pending foreclosures. You can also ask for LIS pendants, LISPENDIS, or also what they call an NOD, a notice of default. That's all you got to do. Listen, if you catch these people early, you have a shot. If they drag it out all the way to the end, they're very hard to deal with because there's usually very little money left in it. But a lot of people want to do the right thing. They're scared to death. And this is where you reach out as a wholesaler and help them out. And guys, there's so many more like government lists I would go through and want to use, but I'm telling you, the last one, which is not quite a government list, you can kind of call it, are the code violations. These hands down are excellent. This is basically when someone's got something wrong with their house. Maybe the neighbor calls them out on it. Maybe they painted their house purple. Maybe they boarded up the windows and never took them down. Maybe there's a giant hole in the roof. Maybe the grass is 3 feet tall. Nobody chooses to let their property go to crap. So it usually means they have some sort of life pressing event. And that is where you, the wholesaler, comes in and helps them out. You're like, Rick, how do I get the code violations list? It's usually going to be in your city building. So sometimes on the county level, I find the best ones at the city level. I'm going to warn you, they're not the easiest things to get because people kind of figured out what Rick and Zach does, but you've got to be extremely persistent. I didn't say be nasty. You have to be persistent. You overcome resistance with persistence. You get that list. Guys, where there's smoke, there's fire. If someone's grass is 3 feet high and they can't afford a $25 grass cutting, odds are there's much worse case scenarios going on in their life because they don't care about the grass and they're most likely going to sell. The question is, who are they going to sell it to? Is it you, or you? I don't know. That's why you got to reach out and contact these people. So I gave you 3 of my most high priority government lists. If I'm going to do this nationally, I'm going to try to get these lists. Am I going to get every list? Absolutely not. If you want to learn about every list, me and Zach tell you to go find the best motivated sellers. To find people that need to sell their house, go to freewholesaling.com. I don't have enough time to go over it in this entire live stream to do this, but that is going to be the best place to do it. The next one, you guys got to learn how to do JV. So we talked about networking. It is important you network and kind of get to know people well. To understand, you have to form a relationship to do business with them. So if you have somebody, say I'm in Florida and I'm doing deals in Virginia. So I just locked up a deal in Norfolk, Virginia, smoking deal. I promise you, I'm going to reach out to somebody in here to help me get it sold. Guess who I'm going to do? I'm going to find who's the most active in Norfolk, Virginia, and try to work with them to help me get it sold. I'm going to find someone that's helped other people that are trying. I might even take someone that's never sold a deal before. I just want someone that has a lot of energy and understands the fundamentals of wholesaling. And if you understand it, I see you in Norfolk. I love Norfolk. I get really good deals there. We're going to get it sold. Now, I have an ample amount of time to sell it, but I'm just telling you guys, I love, like me and Zach love Discord because we can find the most active people just like that. So be a JV specialist. When I started out wholesaling, I was really good at going through the government list, door knocking, and then I would get the best motivated seller deals. I sucked at dispoing my deals. I suck so bad. God, I wish I had this when I got started. I would use other wholesalers to sell my deal. And you know what? I found people that were really good at what they did, gave me the least amount of resistance, and got me the most profit. And that's what I want to do with you guys. But remember, I only had availability of maybe 3 to 5 people in my local market. Now, if you go nationally, I mean, the sky's the limit, man. Some of you guys are, I met someone yesterday that, Florida, that's awesome. I met someone that specializes in hedge funds. So now when I want to work with a hedge fund, I call them up and we go, hey, who's your contact person for the southeast part of the United States? They connect me and they get it done. Georgia, I see you too. This is the power of networking and you have to do it. So to be a true JV specialist, which stands for joint venture, if you only dispo properties, that's fine. I want you to do everything in wholesaling. But if you're really good at doing it and you show a track record or like you show you'll go above and beyond anyone else, I'm a guy who gives people shots all the time. I have people sell my properties I've had people sell my properties, never sold a property a day in their life. You know why? Because they try really hard. And I don't like the word try. They just get it done. And if you get it done, you got a friend for life. So here's the most important thing is start the networking before you do the JVing, because it's hard to JV with someone that you have no track record. You don't know anything about. You don't know what their success rate, what market they're in, what they're doing. And I always want to help a struggling wholesaler, but like you've got to bring your game. If you don't have game, like if you're young and you're in this Discord and you really don't have a lot of time in here and you're not connecting with a lot of people, I don't know if like you're somebody I want to give a shot. I'm just being brutally honest. But if every time I come in here, you're always posting, you're always connecting, and everybody knows you, why not? I have nothing to lose, and that's what I want to do it with. So guys, make sure you're doing the JV specialist. The next one, which you guys overlook a lot, by the way, all these techniques are at freewholesaling.com, is your digital bandit signs. My God, guys, this is perfect for doing virtual wholesaling. Why? You can pick any group, Facebook, Instagram. I don't know about Snapchat. I'm not a Snapchat type of guy. Not so much Discord. And basically join groups interface with groups you're already part of. Now, listen, don't be a spammer. It doesn't work when you spam. Everything me and Zach teach you is about deriving a relationship. So if you're in a dog lovers group and it's a great dog group, go in there, make a post, make a cute little picture of like you and your dog, and go use ChatGPT and put a picture of you and your dog and a picture of you guys buying a house, or, you know, me and Fido buy houses together. And guys, I love dog. This is the dog I train. By the way, if you have a property you need to sell, I can hook you up. It's real simple because people like to do business with people they already like. And so a digital bandit sign is a way to go out there and market it to groups you're already part of. Now, please don't join 30 groups and do 30 posts because you're going to be banned 29 out of those 30 groups. How you guys do it all the time in wholesaling houses for real. I have a long list of probably 10,000 people me and Zach have banned there. Don't be that person. I can tell instantly who's a Telegram person, you know what I'm talking about? And I know which VA and what part of the world you're posting on it based on how much you spam. I don't understand who teaches you guys this crap. It does not work. Don't be that type of person. The next one, which is one of the coolest and neatest strategies, and we've really learned about it in the last 3 years, and we typically call it bandit comments. Like, what the hell is a bandit comment? Bandit comments, real simple. There are wholesalers that think they're really big time and they pay companies to do these big advertisements, specifically on Facebook and Instagram heavily, even a little bit on Twitter. And then what they do is, we buy houses in the, in the Nashville, Tennessee area. For a quick offer, fill out this form or call this phone number. Here's the problem, guys, is they pay a company, they pay anywhere from $3,000 to $7,000 a month to manage this ad form. Check this out. And nobody manages the comments. Nobody. The wholesaler doesn't manage it because they think they've outsourced it. And the PR media company that's handling it, like, you didn't take the upgrade, we're not handling the comments. Guys, predominant amount of people will put a comment in there saying, how much are you offering? How quickly can you close? These are people you instantly DM. You put in your comments, I buy houses in Nashville. I'll actually answer the phone. Call me. Put your phone number on there. And guys, we get deals on a monthly basis on this strategy. Oh, Rick, that seems a little unethical. No, it's not. Comments are free. And here's the catch. All these PR media companies tell all these big time wholesalers, don't turn off the comments because it doesn't seem authentic. Guys, they can't turn off the comments. And I've had one account, it's ran for 7 months. I am the top comments on it, and we've gotten 3 deals off of it. They're paying $5,000 a month, and I'm getting all the revenue. You know why? Just because I out hustle. I will outperform anybody in wholesaling. That's how I operate. That's how I taught Zach, and that's how I'm going to teach you guys. Bandit comments work. There is a national company that buys ugly houses. I'm not going to give a name. They put these ads out everywhere. Just get in the comments and get in people's DMs, and you can snipe deals just like that. It happens all the time. And the really cool part of it is you broke and you have no money. This is one of your fastest paths to get to that $20,000 a month deal. Period. End of story. Guys, I've had it work hundreds of times in my business, thousands of times you guys doing it, and it still works today. People are lazy. They want everyone to do everything else for them. So if someone's going to spend $5,000 or $7,000 a month on an advertisement and not manage the comments, go knock them out. You guys are quicker on Discord than any other social media channel I work on. So you guys are absolutely perfect for this method, and you have to understand it. We already talked about what we need to do in Discord. So here's one area where a lot of you guys are missing. And unless you guys spend a lot of time with me and Zach, you guys know how many leads are sitting in your arrest records, and you can do this nationally. Now, here's what you do. I'm not looking to chase people down like violent felons and stuff like that. I'm looking for people that mostly got DUIs. DUIs is the predominant one. Occasional light battery. I'm not here to judge people, but when they have multiple offenses, when they get pulled over 2 or 3 times for DUI, each time gets progressively worse. By the 3rd time you get pulled over, depending on what state you're in, you can go away behind bars for up to 7 to 10 years. Ask me how I know this. These people own real estate and they have to sell. All you have to do is look up your arrest records. The sheriff's departments work the best, but some of you have city, some of you have county, and you can look at your daily arrest records. It's real simple. It's public information. You can see what they're arrested for. DUIs are the real key ones, predominantly male, but there's a lot of females. And then what I'm going to do is go and look in the county records on the property appraiser site and see if they own real estate. If they do, I'm going to skip trace their phone number. You can use XLeads, look up their phone number. You can do an online search for free. And I just call them and I text them. Hey, do you have interest in selling your house? I don't tell them they got arrested. Guys, I buy properties like this all day long. And you can do it nationally. Oh my God, you don't have to go to the jail. It's really easy. Listen, these people are highly motivated. They need to sell their house. They know when they come back out of jail in 5 to 7 years, there ain't going to be much to come back to if they don't make a deal with it. So if you haven't looked at arrest records, look at it. If you can just pick up an extra 2 to 3 deals a year on it, it would well get you on your path to the $20,000 a month. Guys, I started out just making $1,000 on my first deal. And now, I never look shy of 6 figures even on it every month. And that's just my wholesaling business. I didn't do it overnight. I did it just like you guys did. I just got started. My first 2 years were brutal. And a lot of people think it was really simple. It was a challenge, just like when Zach, his first year, he had to go out, he had to meet with sellers, and it didn't always go perfect. So it is a learning process when you're doing this, and you have to understand that. So let's real quick, we're just going to run through some things you can do locally. And a lot of this is going to apply to you virtually. The networking, the only difference I do everything I told you before on that. Go find your local RIAs, the REIA, that's your Real Estate Investment Association. Now, here's a secret. I used to run one. I'm self-professed. I hate the sales part of it because they sell you mostly crap. Like most of the stuff you don't need there. So if it usually go to the first meeting for free, they'll give you like a coupon, you print it online. And then it's usually between $10 and $20 a meeting. Guys, just show up at least like once a quarter. Some of my best friends, some of my best acquaintances through wholesaling were met at these meetings. Do me a favor, show up early and network, and then stay late and network in the parking lot. Don't buy all the courses and the crap, because a guy or gal comes in that day, they sell the course, they split it with the promoter. So the promoter's job is to put butts in the seat, and then they split the proceeds, and they usually fight because one screws the other, and it's kind of funny. But I will tell you, you have cash buyers there. You have real estate lawyers. You have wholesalers. You have fix and flippers. You have creative financing people. And you have real estate agents that actually help out wholesalers. You have title companies that are very friendly. And if you want to find out who the real players on your market, you have got to go to these meetings. I actually enjoy them because everyone's there for the right reason. There's a lot of idiots. I'm going to warn you. There's a lot of tire kickers that never do anything. Go find the people actually doing business, partner up with them, do a JV deal with them, find out who the players are, find out who the hard money are, and you can quickly assemble a badass list if you go to these meetings. It's really important. The next one you guys overlook when you do your local market, which is a huge key to your $20K a month, is just physical Bandit signs. So like, Rick, people still do that? Yes, they work. Now, the problem is we're in a political season where you see all the crap signs out there. But here's what you do. Do not go and buy these sets of 500 signs and pay thousands of dollars. That stuff doesn't work anymore. Go find a sign vendor and buy the 18 by 24 Coroplast signs. Yes, you can buy them in your box stores. A little pricey, like $2 or $3 each. Go find someone that'll sell you like 50 of them. Usually between $1, maybe $1.50 a piece. Find some wooden stakes to put them on, or cut the metal ones in half, like the skinny rebar ones. Go get a black Sharpie marker from one of the big box stores, Lowe's or Home Depot, and you're going to do 3 lines. Listen to me, 3 lines. I'm going to tell you exactly how to do this, and you only do it on one side. Your top one's going to say, sell your house today. The next line is, in any condition, any situation. The third line is just your phone number. The area code, nice, big, and black, and that's it. And what you do is take 10 or 12 of those signs, go blitz an area. Where they're good areas, anything outside of like a Walmart, anything with a high traffic like a Target. And remember, most people that take advantage of these signs come by and they take a picture. So if the traffic does not slow up enough to take a picture, it's not a good place to put the signs. And we call this a guerrilla warfare. It looks like you got a ton of signs. The problem is they're in a very condensed area, and you can move your signs around. Yes, you're going to lose some of them. Yes, you're going to get people complaining. Here's the key, guys. Get a virtual phone number. You get one for $20 for the entire year at X Leads. I'm telling you. And then answer your damn phones. Stop being a chicken and answer the phone. Step up to the plate. Be a real wholesaler. If you want to do $20K a month minimum, you've got to answer your phone. I've got some of my best leads off these Bandit signs. And remember, it takes a lot of guts for somebody to call you off of a Bandit sign. So answer the phone, qualify them, and see if you can help them out. And I'm telling you, I absolutely love Bandit signs. You don't have to go broke doing Bandit signs. I used to spend a lot of money, and now, honestly, within $20 to $40 a month, you could spend that. And if you can just get 1 or 2 motivated sellers on it, it works really well. I know you guys think they're cheesy, but I'm telling you, they still work. Just try to avoid all the political confusion corners with all the election signs. Mostly your local election type of crap. And remember, the primaries, the general election's coming up, so that's going to be a mess in October. So you just got to watch for it. Other than that, though, your usual driving for dollars list, I'm going to put heavy pressure on probates, foreclosures, tax delinquencies, and for God's sakes, code violations. I would step it up a notch and do water shutoffs, because I absolutely love these lists. They are one of the hardest lists you can get. Remember, it's got to be a public utility company to get it, and that is a really, really important part of it. And guys, listen, here's the key is you have to find off-market deals direct to seller. That doesn't mean a realtor. That a guru will sell you a course all day long on it, and they'll show you an incredible video where they call a realtor and have a professional conversation. That's not wholesaling. Me and Zach don't teach that. Please don't fall for that crap, because all it does is sells courses, and you all wind up frustrated. You wind up right back here. If you want to learn the fundamentals of wholesaling, go to freewholesaling.com. And then, guys, don't ever forget to do your probates. And the last one is you're damn driving for dollars. Just go look for ugly houses. It is not complicated. And then take your reverse driving for dollar leads, particularly on tax delinquencies and code violations, and go put your sticky notes on the door. Hey, got a quick question about your house. The curiosity kills the cats. That's why they call on it. And you get a much better return rate on that than you do cold calling and SMS. Why? It takes a lot of effort. But the reason people do it is because they get great response rates. Guys, 20K is nothing. Like, I know, like, oh, it's easy for Rick to say that. I was happy earning $1,000 my first one. I think it was $1,200 I earned. That was probably the biggest deal I ever did in my life. And since then, I do six-figure deals on a monthly basis. But we all have to start somewhere. Remember, this is not a get a rich quick scheme. This is get richer every day by learning how to do wholesaling. And I don't have a shortcut for you. So if you want to get started, go over to freewholesaling.com. Make sure you jump on the lives, on the Discords. Me and Zach jump on YouTube, I think 4 times a week now. And then tomorrow we're going to be on, if you want to check us out, on X Leads on our YouTube channel. We show you how to use a really cool software we own that is only about wholesaling. We do not compete with all the other people. It is a one place where you can pull your leads, do your comps, put in all your notes, your information, manage your CRM. You can actually dispo the property and actually get it sold and do everything all in one software instead of having 6 different softwares open, 6 different types of trainings, and most importantly, 6 different bills. You can get it low as $49 a month. Check it out. We'll be on tomorrow at 10 a.m. if you want to check it out. So